Keeping in the grand tradition of Adam picking shit for no discernible reason, we bring to you today The Beast Within, a film about something. And in about 30 seconds, Scott and I are going to get really pissed. So let's get right into it with a question. Adam, why did you pick The Beast Within?
I saw a picture of one of the I saw a picture of the transformation scene one time where his head's all bubbly and shit. And I was like, damn, that looks cool. Let's watch The Beast Within. No, this is not the part that you're going to get pissed about. The part that you're going to get pissed about is that my Android box was all fucked up and I was unable to actually watch the entirety of Beast Within. So I watched about 10 different clips of it on YouTube. But this is a pretty fucking surreal movie, and I have no idea what it's about. So in the intro where I wrote that it's about something, I assume that it is, but I don't know what. You guys are going to have to fill me in on this one. And this was my fucking pick, too, so I feel like such an asshole for doing this.
Well, it's pretty simple to explain. It's your classic woman gets raped by a locust monster and then gives birth to a son who turns into a giant locust.
Oh, cool. So it's The Fly 2.
Classic.
It's The Fly 2.
Yes.
All right, awesome.
Yes. So, okay, Adam, I hate to break it to you, but I watched a copy of this on YouTube as well. There's a full version of there on there. You're just too lazy to find it.
I could only find the paid version, and then it was just like... all those like what, like the stupid like intro shit that's like trailerclips.com blah, 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 with this like crazy intro, and it would show me.
It's okay because it might have actually been that they're only available in the US and A.
Yeah, maybe I wasn't getting it up here. I searched for a while, and I searched a lot of different iterations of Beast Within full, Beast Within full movie, Beast Within full year, and fucking a bunch of shit. Yeah.
How much weird porn did you come across in those searches?
It was like Beast Within BBWs, Beast Within butts, the Beast Within my crotch.
So, are you saying that you had a better time searching than watching the film clips?
Yeah, actually, well, I'll skip right ahead to what did I watch this week. Have you guys ever seen Beast Within My Pants? Because it's...
I missed you last week, Adam.
Everybody did.
I feel like porn parodies of the movie that we discussed was what was really missing in the Stung review.
Yeah, something got engorged.
Did you guys? I got bum stung. How's that? Is that it? No, I'm off my game. I'm rusty. We'll get it on the next one. All right, so. Yeah.
So I only have a couple notes. I think Scott said he has a ton, but like my first note here, I feel like is a sentiment that Scott can get behind, where I said, just 1 month without a rape scene. That's all I'm asking for.
Hey, buddy, I'm about 2 months ahead of us right now. Keep waiting.
It's just like we joked around about it, how like we pick movies with rapes in them, but like. We're not intentionally doing it, and now it's just getting, like, upsetting that it's in almost every movie.
It's not upsetting as much as it's just, like, tiring. I'm like, another one? Come on.
At some point, I start getting offended that every single horror movie includes a rape scene, as if they think I want to watch that shit. As if, like, we are the target audience. We are horror fans. Yeah. Wow, I don't want it. Stop showing it to me. I don't want it.
What? I don't want to see dead dogs. I don't want to see rape. I feel like those are some pretty... I want to see kids dying. I don't think that I'm a really hard sell here. But I think that in the 80s, it was like, how can we make somebody a really fucked up individual? Oh, we'll have them rape somebody. It's just like horror movie writing 101. The only time...
I didn't watch it, so the rape scene that you're referring to is a giant locust rape scene?
Well, you don't really see what happens. It's designed... The weird thing about this movie is that it's absolutely designed to make you think you're watching a werewolf movie.
I fucking wish it was a werewolf movie.
Yeah. You're supposed to be feeling like you're watching a werewolf movie. But it's not like a normal werewolf movie. Like, it's kind of like a Ginger Snaps type situation where it's like... It's not based on the full moon. It's just like eventually this dude's going to transform and then he's just going to be that creature for all eternity. Except at the end he transforms and it's probably the best part of the movie, honestly.
It's the only good part of the movie.
Dude, that transformation scene is like phenomenal, but
I do feel bad for the kid, the character of the kid, because he's like, just fucking kill me, and they don't, and then he hatches this cicada man, more or less. Which, okay, so the I know I did a shitload of reading about this because I couldn't understand what was happening, and so I guess that this was based on a book where it has almost nothing to do with the original story. In the original story, I guess it was more of like a psychological thing where this guy was tortured and basically like dehumanized to the point of being a feral human. He got out, raped someone, and then got killed or died or something, and then like that woman had the kid grows up, and when he turns like 17 or something like that, he's having like these homicidal urges, I guess, and then he and his girlfriend or something go to this house, and then he murders a bunch of people. I don't know, but the whole point is that there's no transformation. It's just like the beast within is the psychological terror of being, like a psychopath. But in this movie, the director, I believe, the guy who wrote and directed it, I'm not positive, but the guy that was in charge of this movie, I believe it was the director, got the rights for Beast Within like a year after it was published. They were like, we're gonna make this into a movie, and then Felipe Mora, I believe is his name, was the director of this film. He wanted to do a cicada movie because he was like 17 years. Oh, that's perfect. And so he wanted to do a cicada werewolf movie, basically. And he got like 2/3 of the way there, I feel like, but then they had reshoots and they had rewriting in the script, and it lost the plot, literally. But I guess he's trying to remake this movie the way he originally wanted it. I would absolutely watch an updated version of this movie where it's just legitimately a cicada monster.
Well, hold on a second. Before you say something like that, let's go through a few of the classics that this director also did.
Howling 2!
He did The Howling 2 and The Howling 3. He also did the movie Communion, starring Christopher Walken. And as I scrolled through here, he also did a movie called Pterodactyl Women from Beverly Hills.
Nice. Let's fucking watch that. Hell yeah.
I'm not against it, actually.
Guys, I can feel the beast within me going out right now.
And something else called Snide and Prejudice.
Okay.
Listen, I love puns and wordplay, but that's just fucking terrible.
Yeah, don't make a fucking movie based on it, though.
But the bigger thing is who wrote this movie. Because the movie was written by Tom Holland, who wrote Class of 1984, Psycho 2, Fright Night, Child's Play.
How?
Bunch of... He wrote the screenplay for Thinner.
How? Like, they must have gotten some ghostwriters in to just totally destroy his script, because he has a great track record. This movie is unwatchable.
So all right, there you go. They just strong-armed the shit out of him then, and we're like, yeah, I know that it's based on a book, but make him a cicada man.
If somebody came to me as my first script and they were like, make a cicada man, I would be on that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. You're like, yeah, okay, I can do that. But then you're sitting at your typewriter and you're smoking fucking cigarette after cigarette, and it's 3 a.m. and you're like, how the fuck am I supposed to do that?
Yeah, there's so little to actually talk about with this movie besides, like, just how fucking weird it is. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird. I will say that the main actor gives a fucking awesome performance.
But he can't act for shit, just so you know. Like, he's terrible.
But the material that he was given, he's given it his all.
Oh, he's trying hard.
He's not phoning it in.
Yeah, he's trying to keep that beast inside. Also, I have to point out a couple things here, because I definitely took a bit more time to to enrich this podcast or this episode of our podcast. Apparently, who lets their dog just walk in the woods off leash? That just really broke my suspension of disbelief at the beginning of this movie. Dog death in the first 3 minutes, then, which really sucks. If you weren't surprised by the fact that the dog dies after being let off just to fucking run in the woods in the middle of the night. It's rainy and stupid, just stupid. I mean, Tom Holland, if you're listening, you're not. But if you're listening, you know, I love your other movies, but stop with the dog deaths, please.
You know I'm tweeting this at him now, right?
Okay. Yeah. Also, I do have a note that says, oh, and there's a rape in the first 3 minutes with the dog death. Who the fuck picked this? Well, we already have our answer to that question. So the son, who Matt is saying is like such a great actor, he has the most forgettable face. Can we agree on that?
Listen, I want to say something. I'm not saying he's like an Academy Award-winning actor. I'm just saying that he got a script where he turns into a cicada monster, and I feel like he gave it a lot more effort than any other actor would, given that premise.
No. I don't disagree. But it's just, you're right. This movie is so weird and just, it's unsettling, not in a trauma type way, but in like they had a crazy person do their editing.
Yeah, it's the editing that's doing it. Because I watched all the clips that I watched seemed very surreal and like dreamlike and strange. It's like somebody came in and made a very straightforward movie and then had a bunch of Italians come in and be like, no, mi belle, it makes too much sense. You need dream sequences. No, you need color filters. And no, like symbolism everywhere. Like, it's just so funny.
I love your Italian. You know, I think that's a new character for you, Adam. I don't think that you've done an Italian. You've done fucking Jersey, but you haven't done a true Italian.
No, that's my character that I'm working on. Italian man who thinks your movie makes too much sense.
Two things. One, Adam probably got the best end of the deal by watching just scenes from this movie, because it doesn't make any more sense watching it start to finish. Did you see the meat handling scene?
I distinctly remember like the scene in the house, like which I believe was a dream sequence in and of itself. I saw the transformation scene.
It's not a dream sequence.
That's not a dream sequence.
No. There's a part in the house. Okay, well, Matt, maybe I'm wrong, but there's this part where the kid goes to this old guy's house, and he's like, the old guy asks him if he wants to eat a hamburger or something, and the old guy is just like fondling this meat like a ball sack.
Yeah, I did see that. Weird. I did see that sequence, and then the kid freaks out and doesn't transform or anything necessarily, but just attacks the old man.
But he kills him.
Yeah, he kills him.
Yeah, he kills him. Yeah, there are a bunch of murders before he transforms, and that's why when he's transforming, he's like, just kill me, I can't hold it back any longer. But I honestly think that old guy probably deserved to die because the way that he was handling that meat was really unsettling.
Can you imagine if cicadas came out of the ground more than every 7 years? Like, humanity would be screwed. They're apparently the most angry animals. 17 years. They're apparently the most angry insect on the planet. They have so much rage inside them, they just can't hold it in.
And they're horny. They're fucking horny, man. Like, that's where they got it right with this movie. Because last year in Ohio, it was the 17-year cicadas. And so, I mean, they were everywhere. It was insanity. And I would mow the lawn, and if you use power tools, they feel the vibration in the air, and they come at you, and they smack you in the face because they think that you're a female cicada.
So you got laid quite a bit last summer then, eh?
Yeah. I mean, it was more like they were just humping me. I mean, it's like dry humping. Which is more than I can say for the two poor women that get raped in this film. By the way, the girl that they get for this movie is the purest girl I feel like they could have found in 1982. And that's pretty damn pure. Like, she is so cute and, for a lack of a better word, like virginal, which is the whole point of her character. And she just seems too sweet to be in this movie. And then she gets raped at the end and completely naked, I believe. Like, it's such a weird... It's super dehumanizing because she's such a sweet-looking girl, and she just cares, and her character cares, and, you know, it's like, it's one thing where you don't have any sort of emotional attachment to anyone, like the mom at the beginning of this movie, the mom of the kid who becomes the cicada monster. She gets raped, and it's like within 2 minutes of actually even seeing her face, and so you don't really have any sort of investment in her character, but it sucks. but then, like you see the girl who you've been hoping won't have a terrible end come to her, but it's going to happen. You watch her for an hour and a half, and then it happens, and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's definitely upsetting how her character ends up. To me, the best part in the movie, as I said again, is the transformation scene. It's actually probably one of the most painful looking transformations
That's
I've
where
ever
you were talking
seen.
about how he is a pretty decent actor, and that's where it really comes into play, because he looks like he is in fucking agony throughout that whole scene.
His head just balloons up and decompresses.
No. I think that what happened was that he actually was in agony. They put him in all this makeup, and I'm sure that none of them were professionals. And so it's like 7 hours of makeup, and then they're like, redo the scene. We're going to make your face explode again. And he's like, oh.
It's just like midway through the movie, it just turns into street trash for no explainable reason, and then it goes right back into being the beast within.
I would encourage any of our listeners, if you haven't seen Beast Within, to just go and watch that transformation scene on YouTube, because it's there and it's fucking dope.
Yeah, save yourself 125 save yourself an hour and 25 minutes.
I say this so much that it loses all meaning, but I own the movie, but there's really not much to say about it except for the transformation scene's really, really good.
I will say the electrocution death is pretty gnarly. Adam, did you see that death?
No, I did not.
Okay, you're not really missing much because it pales in comparison to the transformation, but I was just trying to find some reason to keep watching this shit. Because this is actually my first full time through it. I've seen probably the middle and the transformation one time before, but I had never really watched the whole thing. I had no reason to. But there's an electrocution death, which is pretty cool. But people fall off of things left and right in this movie. It's in the brain when there's 5 car chases.
Yeah.
It's like that, but people falling off of shit.
So do you guys have anything else you want to say about Beast Within?
No.
There's a decapitation. Adam, did you see the decapitation?
I don't know.
It's in the jail cell.
No, then.
Okay, well, again, you're not really missing much, but it is so we have a running tally of head trauma and how much we enjoy it on this podcast. This has to be the wimpiest decapitation I've ever seen. It looked like he literally took the head off of a dummy.
Accurate.
Are you sure? Because we watched Toxic Avenger where they just run over a watermelon.
But that's unsettling. I know I said that 2 other times tonight, but I actually think that the watermelon head is pretty gross and toxic.
As for me, no, I don't have anything else to say about this. I encourage people to go watch that transformation scene. That's entirely why I picked it. If you even just look up a picture of what he looks like, midway through that transformation, it's going to pique your interest. But I think we learned our lesson here today. Don't watch the movie, just watch that scene.
Yeah, if you can't watch the actual scene, just Google Harlequin babies.
Oh, God, no, don't do that. Don't ever do that. This is coming from the guy who told me to look up sounding one time. So, I mean, you take that for what it's worth there, folks.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Did I told you to do that?
You were
Are you sure that wasn't just within a conversation?
We were talking on fucking our Facebook group chat, and you were like, "Yeah, it's like sounding," and I was like, "What does that have something to do with audio or something, like vibrations or something?" And you sent me a link to reddit.com/rsounding, and
I forgot about that. That was a couple years ago. You know what? You deserve it though, because you do shit to us that you deserve retribution for.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Hey, what's up, Horror Movie Night listeners? We are Scott and Liam versus Evil, all the way from sunny Scotland.
Every 2 weeks we bring you 2 loosely linked horror films and more conspiracies than you can shake your anal probe at.
So find us online, search for Scott and Liam versus Evil.
We're fun, we're gloriously not safe for work.
And we say fuck a lot.
I wanted to put a couple metal rods in
So what
my
did you guys watch
eyeballs
this week?
after that, though. Fuck. Yeah, what did we watch?
Just do the glass ones.
Yeah, just to be safe. I watched the 2015, 2016, I'm not sure, remake of Conan the Barbarian with Jason Momoa.
How was that?
I stumbled in halfway through it. I sat down. It was like, you guys ever seen Scorpion King?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that. Yeah. All right, cool. You've seen Conan the Barbarian 2016?
Dude, Conan the Barbarian 2016 it's actually, I think, 2014. I don't know, but it's with the one with Jason Momoa isn't half bad. I mean, it's you got to keep in mind how bad the original Conan really was.
Oh no, it's a terrible movie, and Conan is an awful person. But I mean, it's very much. I don't know. I didn't appreciate it. We made fun of it. We made fun of it the whole time. It was like bad movie night up in here. We just cracked jokes about how Conan's a rapist and how every woman in the movie is a complete useless fucking object that does dumb shit that just further leads to Conan getting in more trouble and them getting captured, and everyone's completely fucking utterly useless except for Conan. And in the end, he kills people and saves the day. So it's whatever. But they didn't even have the fucking line in the movie. They didn't even have the what's best in life, which is the original. I love Arnie movies, but the original Conan's kind of a hard sit through. But man, I watch that fucking scene any day of the week. Like, Conan, what is best? To crush your enemies and hear the lamentations of their women. Like, fuck yeah, I love that shit.
No, you missed the second line. It's to crush your enemies, see them
drawn before
you,
before you, and hear the lamentations of their women. Yeah, absolutely. That shit's great.
You also watched Stung.
Yeah. Stung was good. I understand a lot of
what?
No, listen. On a scale of the movies that we watched to Stung was Stung was a somewhat competently made movie in its I understand what it was going for. Its effects are going to be cheesy and they're going to be bad, but it's almost, I would compare it in a way to The Mist, where it's like, hey, we're going to see some crazy monsters and we're going to see some people get killed by them and we're all trapped in a house. It's very much so like that, right? And if you enjoy it on that level, then you're going to have some fun with it. The other thing that I did,
we apparently caught Adam in a good mood today.
Yeah, I guess so. Now, if I had to sit down and actually, do an episode with you guys, I'd put on a brave face and pretend that I hate it. No, I would.
There's the truth, folks.
So I watched the upcoming Blu-ray release of Slither, and it's still great. Not much to say there. Most of you have probably already seen Slither, and you know it's great. I've been getting caught up on a bunch of Netflix shit that I put off, so I finally watched season 3 of Kimmy Schmidt, and I've had the song "Boobs in California" stuck in my head ever since. It's such a good song.
Is it okay, Matt? Is it good enough to sit through the rest of season 2 and all of season 3 just to get to it?
If you weren't digging season 2, then probably not, but I'll send you a link to just the song so you can hear how amazing it is.
Yeah, I don't even think I need the context. I just can enjoy the song for what it is because I know exactly who Kimmy and Titus are as personalities. So, but yeah, like Kimmy Schmidt season 2, Megan and I really wanted to like, and it is like fucking pulling teeth, man.
Well, I like season 2 a lot, but I like it because it got a little more real and kind of dug into okay, we're making jokes, but this girl did live in a bunker and there's going to be some serious emotional issues because of that. Season 3 gets a little bit back into just being goofy and silly now, but if you're not enjoying season 2, I still wouldn't recommend forcing yourself through it.
Matt, when you send him the link to that song, just real sneaky slide in the meat handling scene from Beast Within.
All right, so I watched a piece of shit. It's on, I think that's Netflix, actually. And I was going to talk about it on Stung, but since Adam wasn't in attendance, I wanted to save it for when he was so that he could just hear how upset I was for watching it. So I watched this movie called Abattoir that just came out on Netflix a couple months ago. I think that it was made a year or two ago, and they just picked it up or something. But it was advertised as a game changer in the haunted house genre. And I was like, you know what? I love haunted house movies. When they're good, they're great. When they're bad, still not beyond my capabilities of sitting through. So to give you a feel for how bad this movie was, it took me 3 nights to finish it. And it's like an hour and 20 minutes. It's not that long. Maybe it's actually an hour and 40, and maybe that's why it took so long. But it doesn't matter. It is a long, long film. So it's got... You guys remember when John Lovitz and this like Z-list model announced that they were engaged, and then it was all just to promote her pop song? Do you guys know about this?
No, absolutely not.
Nope.
I didn't know about it either, but Megan told me because she's like, who is that girl? And I said, I don't know. And she said, what movie are you watching? And she looked it up and she said, oh, this stupid bro. It was like some stupid social media stunt, and she's like the dumbest Megan Fox impersonator ever, is what she looks and acts like. And she can't act for shit. And the whole concept of the movie is that, which is a sweet concept, which really upsets me. It's this guy who is having people murder other people, murder their families in their houses. And then he comes and he takes the room that they were murdered in, and he's making a house that is a collection of the murder rooms. So it's kind of like House on Haunted Hill 1999, where it's got like all these different... Oh, no, I'm sorry, 13 Ghosts. It's like the remake of 13 Ghosts, rather, where there are all these different kinds of ghosts and stuff. And but it's just such a pile of crap. Like, it's got exposition, and everybody does the wrong thing. People do things for no apparent reason or for stupid exposition reasons that don't make any actual logical sense. And it just drags, and there's just nothing happening. And the denouement of the reason why this whole town decided to make this stupid murder house is just worthless. It is possibly the dumbest script that we have not discussed on the show.
Thankfully, we never will now.
I might make you guys watch it just so that you can share in my pain and yell about it, because it is so bad. Like, anybody that's listening, if you have seen Avatar and you think that it's a good suggestion for the podcast, it's probably not. But if you think it's a good suggestion for the podcast, make a suggestion email, and we'll probably get to it in like a year.
All right, well, that was Beast Within from 1982, as picked by Adam. As always, you can email us at hmnpodcast@gmail.com with any suggestions that you might have. And if you want to keep up to date with all the shit that we're doing, look no further than hmnpodcast.com. It has links to our Facebook, our Twitter, our SoundCloud, our iTunes, and our parent site, geekscape.net. Thank you guys, as always, for listening and supporting us, and we will be back next week with another movie.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.